get that. And now there is, I think Francis Atwoli, again, one person who worked with him very closely, says the passing of Raila Odinga at a time when Kenya was yearning for unity is a big blow to our country. Raila has always been the glue that held our country together during moments of political misunderstanding. He consistently rose above divisions to unite us as Kenyans. He's a man who Kenyans will remember for now and years to come. Indeed, many of our current leaders, including President William Ruto, former President Uhuru Kenyatta, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, and several members of cabinet are in many ways Raila's political students, shaped by his mentorship and influence. Then he said that having been very close to Raila Odinga and being the last person he served in his office before leaving for India for treatment, I will forever cherish his trust in me and his unwavering commitment to Kenyan workers. And then he says, Pole to my sister Ida Odinga and the entire family. So lots of condolences they are coming, Dan, as you mentioned, for a man that will have a very rich history as people remember the things that he did, the things that he said. There's one more here. So Isaac Kalua was the chairman of the Kenya Water Towers when Raila Odinga was prime minister, and that is the time when there was a big fight about the Mau. And so he says that Kenyans mourn a true patriot, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, who dedicated his life to justice, democracy, and the preservation of our nation's soul. He stood firm when it mattered the most, including when he championed the restoration of the Mau Forest, aggressive water tower, knowing it could cost him politically. That decision reflected uncommon courage and foresight. So this is something reflecting on Raila's legacy on environmental issues. Remember, this is something that he had said actually at the time, that he was ready to lose his political support, and many people would say he actually did, because of what he did in the Mau Forest, and to a large extent the 2013 election reflected that disenchantment that came with the evictions that happened as a way of preserving the Mau. So Isaac Kalua, they are talking about it with that perspective.
We also have James Olekiapi, Professor James Olekiapi. He was a presidential candidate in 2013, and he has said that the breaking news of the demise of the former Prime Minister, Honorable Raila Odinga, is profoundly shocking. Whatever we may say of the man, he contributed immensely to the life and democratization of Kenya and significantly influenced political, constitutional, and legal reforms in the country. A renowned Pan-Africanist. That's from Professor James Olekiapi. And just as an update, President William Ruto has convened an extraordinary meeting of the National Security Council at 10 a.m. That's when it was meant to be starting. And will later chair a special cabinet meeting at 2:30 p.m. So that is a message from the House on the Hill that President William Ruto has convened an extraordinary meeting of the National Security Council at 10 a.m. and will later chair a special cabinet meeting at 2 p.m. So we wait to see whether that is, in between that, he's going to make the announcement formally to the public before he has the cabinet meeting, and we shall be monitoring that.
The National Assembly also adjourned.
Has also adjourned.
Yeah, has adjourned.
Morning sittings.
Yes.
And Speaker Wetangula, who appeared shaken at the time, invoked his authority understanding order number 1 to hold House proceedings and directed members of Parliament to reconvene later in the day. So he said that they're going to reconvene at 2:30, where he will give what he's calling an important communication from the chair. So that also just underscoring really how significant this is, that actually Parliament has adjourned the sittings for the morning, I guess pending what will come from that meeting at State House.
Yes, and something that keeps coming up, if you look at the different people, actually let me first read Boniface Mwangi's message, and he's posted on his social media platforms. And Boniface Mwangi is currently a presidential aspirant, and he was working with Raila Odinga during the last election under the Azimio coalition. And he says, my condolences to the Raila Odinga family. Mzee amepumzika. His watch is over. What gives me hope is that last year, a generation that will liberate Kenya from the shackles of bad leadership and corruption was born. Viva the revolution, viva. and that is Boniface Mwangi, as he condoles with the family of Raila Odinga. And we now want to